What an incredible year. If you think back over this past year of what happened, things we never thought possible, together, we're literally changing history. Now I want to share a few of the highlights with you. That Bladensburg Veterans Memorial is not coming down. It is not coming down. It is not coming down.
The Supreme Court just a few hours away from weighing in on the Peace Cross.
If they start tearing down veterans memorials and monuments because there's religious imagery attached to it, this is just the beginning.
Including the Argonne Cross in Arlington National Cemetery, the Canadian Cross of Sacrifice. Even the Tomb of the Unknowns has that wonderful inscription on the side that talks about, "Here lies a soldier known but to God."
This cross is going to stay, and I think they're going to change the law and make it clear so that these attacks stop around the country.
All right, we got to leave it there. The Supreme Court sends this gay wedding cake dispute back to the state court.
Here, the Supreme Court, in taking the case and sending it back down in light of Masterpiece, made it clear that they're not going to tolerate any sort of anti-religious hostility.
The U.S. Supreme Court told Oregon's Court of Appeals to take a second look at the case.
To make the argument that the Aaron and Melissa Klein had faced religious hostility.
Now his case just went to the Supreme Court. We got it cert denied, and we thought, oh no, it's over.
Yeah.
And then there was something very unusual, something I'd almost never seen. There was a statement attached to the cert denial.
Four of the Supreme Court justices actually said they were concerned with how the lower courts ruled, and
the Supreme Court said that there were unresolved questions that they wanted the lower courts to answer.
The left has again deployed its lies and smears to destroy a nominee.
The left has never stopped this tactic since it worked against Judge Bork.
It's a violation of the First Amendment to treat any organization with hostility just because of its religion.
As long as it's genuinely student-initiated and student-led, prayer, whether it's on the sidelines or over the loudspeaker, is perfectly acceptable under the Constitution.
All because of an activist group complaint. The Army has told Shields of Strength they can't put inspirational, motivational, and encouraging scripture verses or even just Bible references on these dog tags.
The school district officials reportedly denying her request because it was religious and, quote, not generic enough.
Schools are just really inclined to block religious-based clubs for some reason, but the Equal Access Act is pretty clear. You know, it says if you're going to have student clubs, you have to allow religious clubs too.
You're not allowed to circumvent the tax laws in order to raise more revenue against tax-exempt organizations, and that's exactly what the city of Magnolia is doing here.
If there's any attempt to remove that Bible or that display or disturb the display in any way, they're going to have to come through us at First Liberty Institute.
I appreciate you and the work that you do. You are a national treasure. You've been on the front lines when it was not easy. I've never seen you waver.
And now a fantastic resolution.
A major victory for religious liberty.
In a landmark decision, the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that Peace Cross
can stay.
They said, look, this approach we've been using for 50 years is really not working.
We had crucially 6 votes to overturn decades of precedent that really was terrorizing these veterans memorials.
Justice Alito went so far as to say these kinds of memorials are presumptively constitutional. That's a huge win for religious liberty.
There's many other memorials and monuments that are going to be affected by this precedent, not just veterans memorials.
We won.
Last year was a year of first, but 2020 can be even better. If together we're all in, we can literally change the future. Our staff is all in, I can promise you that. I hope you'll be all in as well.